Coach Tony, Wrestling Podium Performance here, and today is Canada Day, July the 1st here in Canada. It's our 158th birthday as a country. And with that, I'm going to be doing a shoulder workout. But first, if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you got any questions on what I do, leave a comment below. Today's workout is going to be the pause behind the neck presses, followed by some Arnold presses, some lateral raise complex, and the banded pull aparts. Now, normally I'm aiming to get 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps on the behind the neck press, but I slept a little funny last night. My left shoulder is not necessarily the happiest, so we'll see how that goes. I might have to cut it to 3 sets. But let's get right into our warm-up. Here, straight up. So when I'm doing this and I press overhead, when I'm at the top, I'm squeezing my traps as well to help reinforce that overhead position. My glutes are squeezed and my abs are all of the pause behind the neck presses. So what I'll end up doing with these is at least one of the sets will actually face the camera so that you can see the discomfort I'm in. So just 95 pounds, not trying to be a hero. So I'll be honest, there's a little discomfort in my left shoulder doing these today. So elbows under the bar. So as you can see there, when I was pressing, there was a little sticking point about here. As transitions from primarily delt to triceps, that's where I got to work on strength as well. I'm not the greatest overhead or presser in general, so I know I got to do work on that. That time, shoulder felt better. Sometimes it's weird. All right, so set 3, depending on how this feels, will determine if I actually do a 4th set here. It all depends on how the left shoulder feels. Yeah, I'm actually going to call it there on the barbell behind the neck presses, just because it's just not moving smoothly. It's not that it hurts, it's not moving smoothly. It feels like there's something kind of gummed up. Usually dumbbells, I don't have that kind of feeling. Barbells, you're fixed a little bit more, especially getting back here, a little tight. So I'll call it there on the barbell behind the neck presses. Moving over to the Arnold presses next. Now we're on to the Arnold presses. So simple warm up here, just 20 pounders. So remember, we always start nice and deep. Head back, feet flat on the ground, and then you just rotate as you go up. Yeah, this feels better on the shoulder already. Even if you hear a little snap, crackle, pop going. All right, so with this, we're going to be going for 3 sets, 12. Relatively short rest, like only going 45 seconds to a minute at most. It's just getting the work in. All right, here we go, set 1. Here we go, set 2. All right, so there, yeah, the dumbbells, definitely shoulders feeling a lot better. It's still not the most comfortable thing, like slept a little funny last night. By the end, I was starting to actually feel the effects overall, just overall muscle fatigue. There we go, one more set of these. So just the 30 pounders were enough for me today. Wow. All right, here we go with the lateral raise complex. So first we've got regular seated lateral raises, and then the bent over ones. Here we go. Aiming for 15 reps of each. 2 sets. And bend over and right into the rear delt ones. So I come up at a slight angle so that the rear delts are more in line. I'm doing the bent over lateral raises. The reason I come up at a slight angle is if you take a look at the angle that my actual humerus, my upper arm is in, it's more in line across the top of the back. If I keep my hands in line, I'm not actually going to be engaging as much the fibers of the rear delt. I'm going to get some other muscles kicking in to help, as opposed to focusing a little bit more strictly on the rear delt. So just think, if I keep my palms in line with my shoulders, it's down, my back's going to be doing some more of the work. But if I keep it in line with the shoulders, the rear delt is going to be doing the lion's share of the work. All right, last set of these now. Whew. Okay, that got tough. Oh, I'm glad that's over. That was tough. My shoulders are just burning right now. So the last exercise I got is one set of the banded pull aparts with the red band. I'm going to be doing a set of 30 with that in a moment. All right, so while my shoulders are still on fire here, just banded pull aparts. So the red rogue band, I was holding it like, well, there's no real tension in it, but still not any real slack. It's kind of neutral. Just outside shoulder width here. So I'll just wiggle out just ever so slightly, and then I pull it apart violently 30 times, well, as violent as I can, because by the end it won't be very violent. But basically neck height. So if you notice, as I was doing that, I wasn't letting the hands come together. I was bringing it forward until there was still tension in the band, so that it keeps tension in my rear delt, as well as my scapular retractions, my rhomboids, and a little bit of the traps and everything. The reason for that is I don't want those muscles to actually fully relax. I want them to stay under tension when I'm doing this. This is a great way to help improve some shoulder health, as well as keeping everything kind of not getting a little too, not necessarily loose, but lax. A lot of people end up kind of like this type of shoulder position. So doing stuff like this repetitively, chronically, can help to rebalance that out. The reason we end up in this type of position, office work, sedentary work, even a lot of like manual labor jobs, everything's in front. We're not pulling things back so that we're balanced, so that we can keep a little bit better upright posture. Well, that basically is everything for today's workout. My post-workout today is going to be the same that it has been. It's going to be that scoop of HP Labs grass-fed whey. A half scoop of HP Labs is greens and reds whole food mix, as well as 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, 1 scoop, from Clean Athlete. If you want to get 10% off your order from HP Labs, go to their website at the link below. Use code RISLING10, that's RISLING 10 at checkout, and get 10% off your order. Coach Tony, Wrestling Podium Performance. Embrace your potential.